Welcome to everyone. This week video will cover the Dow Jones Industrial Average for the week of October 23, 2023. Before we start, make sure you read carefully the disclaimer. If you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe and click on the bell to make sure you don't miss any future videos. Let's start with the 10-day cycle on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The last 10-day cycle low was on October 12, with a low at 33,455. The next low is scheduled for this weekend, between October 22nd and 23rd. Yesterday on October 19th, the market crossed below his cycle line at 33,710 for a potential target at 33,272. With a low at 33,118, today Friday October 20th, the market meet his target. The success rate for this cycle is 100%. Next week, the market should rally toward his cycle line, perhaps cross above them, providing an upside target. Here are the resistance lines and their potential targets for next week. The 20-day cycle. The last 20-day cycle low occurred on October 6th. This one is expected to occur about now. Because the market crossed below his cycle lines, this confirmed the bearishness in the market. At that stage of the market's supposed to find support on his cycle lines, not crossing below them. Next week, the market should rally and cross above the cycle line, providing an upside target. Yesterday, October 19th, the Dow Jones crossed below his cycle line at 33,670, providing a target at 33,192. Today's low at 33,118 meet the target. The success rate for this cycle is 88.89%. The next cycle low is expected on November 9th. The next peak should have a left translation, meaning the price peak should occur on the left part of the cycle, which is usually bearish. I do expect the next 20-day cycle peak will be lower than the October 17th. The 40-day cycle. On October 16th, the market crossed above the second cycle lines, confirming the signal. This crossing occurred at 33,684 and 33,811. For an upside target zone between 34,522 and 34,775. On October 17th, the market made a high at 34,147. Then start to decline and cross back below the first cycle line. If next week the market crossed below his second cycle line, this will invalid the upside target. Here are the support lines for next week and their potential targets. The success rate for this cycle is 90.91%. The last 40 days cycle occurred on October 16th at 32,846. The next one is scheduled for November 9th. Technically, at that time the market should find support on his cycle lines. But with the bearishness in the market, there is a high probability the market will be below his cycle line. At the time the cycle low will form. When we'll know the 40 days peak has formed? By watching when the market will cross below the 20 days trend line. Draw from the October 6th low to the 20 days cycle low in the next few days. The 80 days cycle. The Dow Jones still below his cycle line, confirming the bearishness of the market. The next 80 days low is scheduled on November 9th. The last signaled with the cycle lines was on August 21st and 22nd. With a crossing at 34,259 and 34,431 for a potential downside target zone between 33,184 and 32,839. On October 3rd, the market meet his target. The success rate for this cycle is 100%. After the next 80 days cycle low on November 9th, we can expect the market will rally above his cycle lines. The 20-week cycle. On October 6th, the Dow Jones missed his downside target by 316 point or 0.97%. Since it's within the 1% margin of error, the target is considered meet. The last 20 weeks low occurred on the July 10th week. The next one should form a low on November 9th. The yellow zone on the chart. The peak of this cycle was on the left side of the cycle. It's what Hurst call time left translation, which usually bearish for the market. After the November 9th low, the Dow Jones will start the 4 and last 20-week cycle of this 18-month cycle, started in October 2022. The success rate for this cycle is 75%. The 40-week cycle. For the past 3 weeks, the market found support on his cycle line. In the next few weeks, we can expect the market will cross below his cycle line, providing a downside target for this 40-week cycle, which is expected to form a low around February or March 2024. The yellow zone on the chart. The last 40-week cycle formed on second week of July. The success rate for the 40-week cycle is 50%. The 18-month cycle. We had the 18-month cycle peak confirmation when the market crossed below his 40-week cycle trend line, the blue line on the 40 weeks chart. This month the Dow Jones crossed below his cycle line at 33,500, providing a potential target at 31,320. This target is expected to be reached by February or March 2024. In conclusion, we can expect the Dow Jones Industrial Average downtrend will continue to at least November 9th. Then we should have a rally to form a peak lower than the August high and resume his decline to form a low between February and March 2024. To form the 18-month cycle low, which started on October 2022. This is the end of this week's video. Thank you for following me. Next week, I will publish another market update.